Hi everyone. So thank you for your response in the last video, and a lot of you commented and asked so many questions. So I tried to wrote that down. So this is going to be a FAQ video, and I'll try to answer most of them. So the basic question a lot of people were asking about the Netflix and Prime Video, that it can play HD or not. So yes, it can play HD, but not HDR in Netflix. So yes, it does support that wide one L1 support. If you want to check that if it works or not, you can just go in your Netflix and search for test pattern. It's a very simple way to test it, like what your phone can play. So I hope you can see it's playing at full HD 8-bit. So yes, Netflix can play 10-bit. Let's try Prime as well. It's hard to see in Prime because it's not showing HD or full HD, but if you go in the setting and you can see the best setting. Okay, yes. So yes, as you can see, you can play on full HD on the best setting here. So you don't have to worry about the full HD streaming, and it works perfectly fine. I was watching Netflix for a very long time last night, and yes, it works perfectly fine. Yes, I do miss HDR, but the HDR performance was okay as well. So let's see the next question. YouTube playback 60 frames per second. Some people were complaining. I did that in my unboxing video, so you go check that out. I didn't face any of that issue. Another thing that I missed yesterday, basically I recorded it, but because of the sound issue, I had to delete it. So this phone does have Wi-Fi 6, and the coverage is actually good. So my Wi-Fi is very far from here. So let's just test fast, and we'll see how much speed we're getting right now. So yeah, it's not a bad speed because where I am right now, actually Wi-Fi is really far away and I'm not getting the full strength right now. So I usually get approximately 300 Mbps. So for that, I think this is good speed. So another thing was build, and a lot of people are confused about the glass situation. Yes, OnePlus did not confirm exactly that's Gorilla Glass 5, but I'm definitely sure it is glass on the front and the back. And in GSM Arena, they're saying Gorilla Glass 5, but I can't be 100% sure because even I couldn't find anything on OnePlus. But I think rest assured, it is glass, so don't worry about that. It's not plastic. Another question was call quality. So the call quality was really good on that phone. I called my mom last night just to check this, and she got confused because this is my different number. But yeah, the call quality was really good. So yes, that's another thing. So Bluetooth audio quality. Some people wanted to know like how it works. So I did actually install Apple Music, and I was listening to some music with my AirPods with this. So the music quality was really good. So I don't think I did face any sort of difference between iPhone and this. Yes, it does not play that high-res audio because it's wireless, and I don't have any wired earphones, so maybe in future I'll try to get that, but on AirPods Pro it was working perfectly fine. So another question people ask about the screen quality. So yes, it does not have that green tint issue or black color. So I was watching Netflix on the lowest brightness last night. I did not face any of that issue. Even the color fringing, like that redness on the skin, that was not there. So you don't have to worry about the screen quality. Another question was the wideband L1 support. Yes, it does have wideband L1 support, but sadly no HDR support. And a lot of people were asking about Dimensity 1200. See, I'm not expert on this MediaTek chipset. I can just talk about my experience. So far, I've been it's using for over 24 hours, and the experience has been really good. I did not face any stutter, any lag, nothing whatsoever. So the device is performing really smooth. So don't have to worry about that as well. Um, Another thing I noticed that the ambient sensor is still slow here. I don't know whether I'll be able to show you or not, but it takes really long time to lower the brightness, and sometimes it does not even work. It did work right now, but it is slow. So you have to take care about that as well. The haptics are really good. You don't have to worry about that. This is, I think, the best in this segment. They are much better than Pixel 4a. The cellular quality was also good. I don't have any problem with my cellular quality. The strange thing that happened that I did not see, let me just show you. I can't see 4G plus for some reason. It usually comes, but on my previous phone, I don't know why it's not coming. This does support carrier aggregation, but I don't know why I'm not getting 4G plus. So this is the speed on 4G. As you can see, the speed is good. I get usually around 50 Mbps on my Airtel 4G, so that's okay. It's slow right now, but for some reason I'm not getting 4G plus. I don't know whether it comes on OnePlus or not. So anyone can tell me, please. Another question was, phone gets warm while gaming. So yes, I did play Call of Duty. Another thing with Call of Duty that you cannot play on the very high setting. So it's very high, with very high, or you have to go down to high with max. So you have to think about that. But I did play 2 sessions of Call of Duty. It did get warm somewhere around here, but it wasn't alarming. And I was in AC, so I think that was also a good thing that it did not get warm. And it was very usual. Like, I tried another phone. Even if I play game on my iPhone 12, it's going to be similar. So I did not face any heating issue there. And so I did charging. So it was on 20% last evening, and I did charge with the fast charger. It took approximately 30 minutes to fully charge. I was in AC, so I think that's the another plus factor. But I think in warm environment, it's going to take approximately 40-45 minutes. So the charging is really fast. Also, one thing I noticed, which I did not notice before in OnePlus, I don't know. So if you do the screen recording on the phone, as you can see, you can record in the resolution in 4K, and that's a good thing. I have never seen on any phone. It's usually up to full HD. So by default, it's full HD, but you can increase it up to 4K. So that's also a good thing. The camera bump, actually, yeah, I did notice last night. I was trying to do something. It's very apparent. So as you can see, it's a bit irritating. So yeah, if that is a problem for you, you can put a case. I am using it without a case, so that's another thing. The chin at the bottom, a lot of people ask that, is that a problem? The chin at the bottom, I do not feel it at all. It's not a problem. I'm in dark mode. It's usually blended with most of the application. Let me try to open Chrome. So as you can see, this is how it looks. uh, I, it wasn't bothering me at all. So, but if you want to know, you can see this is how it looks with the chin. I'm okay with that. I mean, if it's a problem for you, you can go somewhere else and look. A lot of people ask me to compare this with Pixel 4a and A52. I'm sorry, I don't have A52 right now. I replaced it with my S20 FE 5G, and the 4 is with my dad. So if I visit my hometown, I'll try to compare it. But as of now, I don't have that phone. But I'll try to do some camera sample when I go home. So stay tuned for that. Another question people ask about the 90 hertz refresh rate, and I did not face any issue. I think it's really fast and it's really responsive. But also, I use 60 hertz screen on this. I'm okay with 60 hertz screen. Yes, I think if you're going for the Poco F3 GT with 360 or 480 touch sampling, you might feel a difference while gaming. For me, it has been perfectly fine because I'm not a huge gamer, and day-to-day experience, it has been really smooth. So I did not face any sort of that issue. Another question was related to ColorOS security. So I was just testing something. So let me show you a tweet. I did share a tweet regarding the security. So I was testing morning that on which URL that things are going, the data is going. So one was the gateway oneplus.net. That's usual. I have seen that before. One was related to HeyTap Mobile, and I did not know that it was Oppo cloud service. And I think OnePlus is using this for a very long time. So what I did, that after I go to cloud service app info, and I force stop the service, and also for the, I think, data usage, I turn off the background, and after that I did not see any request going there. So you can turn it off if you want to stop, but you cannot stop the gateway oneplus.net because those are the permission that you give when you I think start the device for the first time. And another question was the stabilization in the wide angle camera. So let me just check that because even I did not do that. So video, wide angle camera, and let me see. Okay, so if I have to do 4K, I can do in that wide angle camera. In ultra wide angle camera, I can go up to 1080p 30 frames per second. If I go to 60 frames per second, it goes back to, it's a very bad app. I think this is coming from the Realme, but the processing has been good in this application, so I think I'd be okay with it. So you can go up to 1080p 30 frames per second, but I cannot see any sort of stabilization in the settings. So I don't think the stabilization is there in the wide angle camera, but when I will do the full camera comparison, I'll try to check that as well. So yes, these were the questions people asked, and if you have another question, I'll try to cover that in my review, or maybe I'll make a overview video. But yes, I think I wanted to make this video in hurry because a lot of people are like trying to buy this phone in this sale. So if you have any other question, just comment in the comment box. My name is Rohit. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.